this one. No, it wasn't. Actually, it was slightly before this. Now, the reason why I'm going to see if I can find a replay where I play as Armenia is because I can cast that one better rather than here, this one. Pergamon, Urvachi, and Armenia versus Rome, Swebi, 2 Romes and a Swebi. I don't remember this replay, but I will cast it anyway. Oh, this must have been one where it was on Ultra. Maybe we had 3,600 talents to use. We definitely had large armies. As you can see, this is more than 20 units. I have about 28. One of the Roman players has 28 as well. Well, actually, no, that's not right. 33. I think I do remember this replay, to be honest. It might not be a good one either, but I believe I do remember it. Especially because I remember bringing a build like this. If I'm correct, I used most of my cataphracts well, but one of them I think didn't get the true value out.
This is a fine day for battle. Every day is a fine day for battle when you lead men of your stripe. So we shall have victory
so I will
today,
be
men.
lagging a little.
By the gods, I feel it in my water. At the double!
I will be lagging a little because this is a large army 3 versus 3. And I believe I was lagging in this game as well. Over here we have one of the Roman players. This is, oh yeah, you can't see the names, but this army consists of 6 Principes on the right flank, on their right flank, and 6 on their left. No, 7 on their left. Consists of also 2 Triarii. And I probably will go over the Roman faction again, because I didn't, if I'm correct, I didn't go over them. 2 veteran legionaries. This Roman army has 2 Triarii, 2 veteran legionaries, 3, 4, 5, 8 Vigiles. I'm not sure why he'd bring 8 Vigiles, but that's what he has. 3 auxiliary Syrian archers, and 3, maybe 4 armored legionaries. Over here is the Swebi. He had 4 berserkers, and you probably never want to have them like this, because even though he has 4 cav over here, his cav will definitely lose to Celtiberian cav, because they lack the same bonus versus infantry. I mean bonus versus cav. He has 4 Germanic slingers, and he has a few hidden units. However, he also has 2 German giant ballista, which, as I've mentioned before, giant ballista tend to have better missile damage than regular ballista that can't move, or ballistae rather. He has sword masters as his general, and 3 wilderness spears.
Quickly now!
Now I think I haven't mentioned what I brought. I brought, if I'm correct, 2. No, that's a Cappadocian cav. 2 Azat knights, one of them being my general. Yeah, and I took a pretty nasty hit from the artillery. I have 3 as at knights, 2 Cappadocian Cav and Royal Cataphracts, 3 Royal Cataphracts. Yep. Now, if I'm correct, I did implement a strategy that I've been using a lot with the Eastern factions as well as the Nomads. And it's charging frontally and then following up with both missile infantry and currently axemen, or any axemen. First engagement starts over here. I mean, there is an engagement going on over here as well, but this one is the first one. As I said, these guys will definitely lose against Celtiberian Cav, let alone Noble Cav. And so his Noble Riders get surrounded and they'll be defeated. And this is why I was mentioning to people. Oh, and look at this. He's charging frontally with berserkers with no support, and they'll be hit hard by the slingers. He also activated Frenzy and Headhunt a little too early, but it may still work for him. There's actually got Guerrilla Warriors, which will die extremely fast to berserkers. However, these guys activated Headhunt a little too early, as well as Frenzy. And it may not work for him because he just clumped up all of his men. And like I was saying earlier, I mentioned this to a bunch of people. Flanking is more... It's better in Rome, it's better in any Total War game than Company of Heroes 2. And it's just because of the morale. Like, these guys would have taken a little bit longer to route. They would probably not be routing at 20 men, probably be at 10 if they weren't hit from the back or on the flank. So the attack starts over here.
As you say.
I start my attack on the Roman center, and I bring out my cataphracts. I actually brought 4 cataphracts, if I'm correct. Yeah. One of them's already been damaged. These guys are in Testudo. And I don't think I've mentioned this before, but Testudo is dangerous when you're going up against an Eastern faction. And it's actually explained a lot in history. However, in this game, Testudo is effective for defending yourself against missiles, especially when it comes to javelins and bows and arrows. However, these guys are easier to be hit by artillery, and if they get charged on the side, a lot more men would die if they were, rather than if they were spread out. Anyway, one unit went berserk, and they might get some kills, or they won't get too much. However, considering that these guys are guerrilla warriors, they have high melee defense and whatnot, they'll survive long enough for the Aravachi to come over here and hurt the Romans as well. It's good to note that I have already charged. I did not activate Trample.
As you command.
And the reason is because I'm charging into these units, Syrian archers. I catch them off guard and I decide to charge into them because of that. Over here, Pergamon is defending themselves from Cav. He set up a defensive position over here. Now, why it beats me, but I believe it's because he had pikemen. He did not have artillery, that's for sure. I decide to seize a moment where his men are still in armored Testudo formation. I mean, you can break out of Testudo formation pretty easily.
Forward!
However, I decide not to charge, I guess because of this core, as well as I'm facing the part of the Suebi army. He had more wooden ass spears than I expected. I believe I'm going to attempt to take out these slingers, because even though they're not worth much, they are going to hurt his lighter armored units, and his cav is more occupied over here, so I decided to help him out. Triari cannot throw spears, so I know this, and I just go over here to charge against the unit of principals. Now, why would I charge frontally? Why? Because they're in my area. And I could charge from the back. However, like I was mentioning, shock cav are pretty good for charging frontally against like slightly less armored units. However, considering that Principes have 75 armor, which still is good,
As you wish.
but at the same time, because these are cataphracts, they can do a lot of damage on a charge whether or not it's the back or front. I noticed that his elephants are coming and we've activated trample, which means that he's going for my cataphracts for sure. However, I still have missile cav over here, and this is a dangerous maneuver because most of his infantry are engaging this one unit, and if these guys go berserk, they'll hurt more of his men than he'll hurt mine. I did not charge into these guys with my cataphracts. Rather, I did catch this unit off guard. And I'm trying my best to make these guys go run amok or berserk. Because if they do, then, like I said, they'll hurt more of his units. And it's easy to do it with archers. It really is. And like I said in, I think, the last stream, flaming arrows used to do more damage and it used to be easier to make them go crazy. However, it's not true anymore, but the AI still does it. I wanted to charge into these Syrian archers because they were hurt. I definitely did with the back, with this unit, and I'm going to do it with this unit as well. I still charge frontally because even though there's just a bunch of spears, I decided to sacrifice this unit in order to at least attempt to get to them. And look how much kills they're racking. Like a second ago they had 19, and now they have 82. So I consider that a very good trade. These guys have gone amok, which means they're going to start hurting his units more. However, I'm starting to lose over here because he has more men. His core is starting to weaken because of a decisive charge, and these guys will be caught. I'll probably lose this engagement because it comes down to numbers. The auxiliary elephants have not done any damage yet, which means that I'm doing pretty good.
As you wish.
Oh yes, he decided to kill his elephants because they were going to hurt more of his men. In fact, I think they already were. They hurt these Vigilers pretty bad. And the center over here starts to break because of a successful charge / rear charge by these two units. Pergamon is still defending themselves. They're defending frontally with pikemen. Like I said, you cannot attack pikemen frontally. You have to flank, especially when it comes to Romans, because you can spread them out, yes, but that doesn't do you any good if they're still poking you. The front starts to weaken, and it's just a mass rout of the slingers because they get hit hard. This unit gets caught by auxiliary Syrian archers. His general just died. I don't know where his general was, but I know that they were somewhere, and I got his general. I decided to charge my royal cataphracts. And I decided to charge out. And this is, I think, why I tend to win more battles than most people that I play with. Because I can out-micro. I can be over here microing this unit of cataphracts. I'll be back over here microing this unit of noble spearmen and this unit of noble spearmen. Then I'll be over here trying to micro these two units.